Living outside the box, part 3. How can this all be implemented? Does it all this sound to be too good to be true? Well, it would take time, but here is one way it could be started. Let's take a page out of the current financial box that we live in and form a corporation, but with a difference. This corporation's goal, or product if you like, is to better all employees by utilizing all the expert skills, efforts, desires of the employees in the corporation. In other words, employ the merit system whereby products and services are obtained within the corporation where possible. The corporation could have several branches and with different goals while still abiding by the main corporate goal. Groups of people with like-minded goals could form a branch with their own hiring practices, merit system, and goals, depending on their circumstances, desires, and perhaps their social economic status. Again, only people that will abide by these conditions would be allowed or be hired. Those that don't would not be hired, and once hired would be fired if they do not comply. Each branch would utilize the employees, products, and services of their own branch first, before going elsewhere. Then go to other branches in the corporation. If the requirements cannot be met within the corporation, then, providing there is sufficient need, a new branch could be formed to provide these needs. They only need to go outside the corporation is when it is not feasible or practical to satisfy the needs within the corporation. Then a way of converting one's merit card into a MasterCard would need to be devised to accommodate this circumstance. Excuse me. Also, if an employee wants to quit for any reason, or if she is fired, she should also be able to convert her merit card into a MasterCard. Arrangements should also be made for employees to move to another branch or a new branch and carry their merit points with them. When joining a branch, the employee should be given a period of time, say a year, on probation. This is determined if the branch is right for the employee and the employee is right for the branch. This would be a big step as her spouse and children would also have to live in the branch to make the system work in the ideal condition. Possibly several branches could work out a different arrangement, but this would certainly complicate the issue, at least in the long run. While on probation, the employee would not have voting rights to determine how merit points are awarded, nor apply for governance positions, nor would children until they were of age. Once children are of age, they could join or choose to live within the same branch or a different branch or live outside the corporation. If they chose to leave, their merit cards could be converted to MasterCards to help them on their way. As mentioned before, different branches could have different goals and different hiring practices. Those branches that cater to people without assets would probably only require that they comply with the goals of the branch. For those with assets, some different arrangement would be needed. This would be to ensure that employees of the branch start off with more or less a level playing field. Depending on the branch, the employee could only bring in a certain amount of or a certain percentage of their wealth to be converted to merit points. The rest to be held in trust to be used only under extraordinary circumstances or when and if she chooses to leave or is forced to leave the corporation. The trust fund could also be available to their children if they choose to leave the corporation when of age. She could, of course, donate this money to the corporation or any cause that she might like. Different branches could also allow different amounts or different ranges of the joining employee to be converted to merit points. This would allow them to acquire better products, services, lodging than those in other branches, but still let employees start in the branch on more or less an equal playing field. There could or should be also a corporate head office where individuals within different branches could apply for positions for, say, a 5-year period. Head office would ensure all branches comply with the corporate goal, regulate and manage interbranch proceedings, also act as a repository of wealth from donations, use the repository of wealth to loan branches should they need startup funds, merit points that is, or projects requiring extra merit points or funds. The head office would also deal with issues regarding interaction with individual groups or companies outside the corporations, including converting merit points into funds. End of part 3.